built in Africa's showpiece football event. We will bring you all the build-up and actions to Cameroon with in-depth analysis and debates on key issues, looking at all preparations for the Gambia's maiden participation in the Nations Cup. Road to Afcon airs every Monday only on GRTS at 9 p.m. Be part of it, and let's see off the darling Scorpions to Cameroon in style. Contact GRTS Marketing to be a sponsor, and together, let's make the Gambia's first Afcon a memorable experience.
Hello, welcome to another session in which we're all talking about our road to Cameroon. It has been on for a while, but as the momentum heats up, we're here again to get you all informed as to how far we've come. It is our thing, your thing, my thing. So as you say, my name sitting here, well represented and supported by members of the NCC. This is the program for you and I. Good evening, welcome. Tonight I'm flanked by the President of the Gambia Football Federation, who is also the chair or the vice chair of the NCC, Marcel Mendy from the National Sports Council, equally a member of the NCC, and Sadibu Kamaso, equally the vice chair of the Logistics Committee, all here to shed light on everything. And welcome. Let me start with you, Sadibu, so far.
Fundraising campaign, and we're here to tell people what we've done so far, what has been achieved, and how much more we need so that we can make this AFCON drive a successful one.
This country. If you are following us online or of course watching us from the comforts of your home, we are here today to tell you how you can join us and become that useful support on behalf of the President, just to make sure that we get a respectable performance in Cameroon. But let me welcome firstly.
Thank you very much, Musa. Thank you, colleagues, on behalf of the Chairman, the Honorable Minister. I also want to welcome viewers to really, once again, to invite you to join us in this very important campaign. Repeating this, the first of its kind, made an appearance in AFCON, the continental flagship tournament. And after several years of we want to really have respective performance there. And to be able to do that, we need all hands on deck. And it's a national issue. You are already aware, you've been following the behalf of the President. So here we are. I'm sure you'll get as much information as possible as where we are and where we are heading to. Thank you. And then you are welcome to the program.
Thank you. You heard it from the vice chair of the NCC there, but Mr. Marcel Mendy's of work that is going to enable us function as a unit. Marcel, welcome to the program. Tonight we are.
And, how far we have come. Quite satisfied with what is happening so far. We want to welcome viewers to this very important program, very important in the sense that, like the President said earlier on, we qualified for the first time, and therefore all the more the need for everybody to come on board so that we can come together and move together and clap together, you know, and shout, tribute, and make their stay in Cameroon a successful one.
Very good. Marcel, tonight's program is all going to be centered on how can you be part of what we're trying to do and achieve as a nation together, because we believe in the objectives, well centered and focused on it. We believe that the goods can be delivered. We talked about plans we have in terms of how you can be part of this campaign. Sadibu be mentioned, but do not be left behind. Do not stay behind and wonder how and why I should be part of this thing. You know, can you just help us in terms of how can the viewing public, the general Gambian populace, wherever they are, whenever, to be part of what we're trying to do in here?
As this is a national thing, it's a national, what any Gambian could do, any prospective sponsor, any person who wants to become a partner can just walk into any trust bank branch. The account numbers are displayed on the screen. They can just walk in and say, you can take it to the National Sports Council and be issued with the receipt. When you do that, you'll get a receipt. That receipt you can keep. Because as we had said in previous republic, so people are aware where the monies that have been received have been spent. Another platform that people can contribute is the AfriCell, AfriMoney. You have 288 or any AfriCell kiosk, and say you have some money for the NCC, and they'll give you the AfriMoney account. You can just put it in there. You have the NCC. Once they collect the money, they'll issue you with a receipt again. Now, like I said in the past, there are some other companies who did not even wait for us to go and approach them. The likes of AfriCell, Malik Mendy Tailoring, Vista Bank.
Previously we were here, banks, other
big establishments in trying to, make for that would be needed to cater for. They said, we're not just going to AFCON just to participate.
No way.
We're going there to make sure we come back with the trophy. When we were going into the qualification stage, we were the least ranked team. We came out on top of the group, so no one expected that. So what we're asking each and every Gambian is to contribute in any little way you can.
President, Vice Chair, all that we intend to do in here to make it a memorable, we need to do to achieve that as we move on.
Thank you, Musa. I think the biggest challenge is to raise the funds, a big, amount to cover. As highlighted by Sadi, we also want to emphasize and underline the issue of partnership, corporate partners. People making their contributions, either as individuals or as institutions or corporate bodies, private companies, private sector operators who also want to be a partner, not only just putting your money, but also to be visible. To be visible from here all the way to Cameroon in different forms. I think that's very important too. We need a partner bank. We would need a partner hotel. We would need at least something that I really want to further elaborate and underline. When you become a partner in a respective area, there are a lot of benefits that accrue to you.
Absolutely.
In terms of publicity and how do you call it, branding for your company in the various training camps that we've really undertaken recently, and we're still working on another one. But I think really we've seen the participation, the efforts that the coach and the technical team are making in areas that really should be consolidated ongoing, because in as much as we need the funds, as I said earlier, we raise as much as possible, but we need to be represented respectively, to be able to have the right team. We already have the logistic committee. I don't want to speak on their behalf, but it's a committee that also already had taken steps to feel the ground in Cameroon, to look at the possibilities of how we will be accommodated there, in terms of the team, the officials, the fans that that may accompany the team there. So we often are not enough. So we have to move in advance. So that at least we make some arrangements on the ground to enable us to. The biggest challenge now is to raise the amount of more funds. The government has really, for sure, will come in, but the amount really we need the participation, not only for the sake of increasing putting your dollars as a Gambian, you feel part of it. When you, as a company, you invest in any form, you feel part of it. So it's ours as Gambians. So we really, even if at all the 170 million is readily available from a particular source, but notwithstanding, Gambians have been yearning for this for quite a long time, and that every Gambian who really want to make his or her own contribution in any small way. So the process is on. In March, 9th of January. It's very close. Very close. Very, very close, and there are many things that we intend to do shortly. But what I want to do is that all those watching us right now from GRTS within the studios in here, if you have an AfriCell line and you are on AfriCell, wherever you are at this particular moment, just try to call 2888. 2888, that is 2888. By doing so, you will be supporting the entire Gambian population to do. That is just as easy as it is. We know the number of subscribers on the network. We know the numbers of people. If we keep doing it, we can generate more $1 million, and we will be able to claim ownership of our national team. This is what we are here to bring here onto Cameroon with the Gambian public.
Thank you so much. I mean, I just want to add to what the president has been saying, Sadibu as well. Do with that, I'm sure they're just gonna embezzle the money. They're just gonna put in their pocket. I mean, it's not gonna be like are spent for what they are meant for. A lot of things really are requiring here, taking them and also to their respective countries and all of that, flying as well a number of fans or delegates to Cameroon, paying for their, and that is why this budget for them one more time, that really there are checks and balances already in place. There are some mechanisms with a view to ensuring that tell them this is what we have gotten, like Sadibu said earlier on, and this is what we have spent. We have to have everybody on board. say this is a national call, this is a national challenge, and it's an opportunity for us to take ownership, more gratifying to be part of this crusade, to be part of this struggle. So we want to call on every institutions around. We will endeavor to reach as many institutions, as many people as possible.
Clark, should that be the call to many people? Because we know that some people are sitting in their offices, businesses, saying that in this country as we speak. And if we've not written to you, you had of seen somebody we've written to. And if you have the desire, please, what do you have to tell those kind of people?
It's the national team of the Gambia that has qualified. So long as you are Gambian, even if you are not Gambian but resident in the Gambia, you should be proud of this. You should be willing, you should be in Cameroon. And how can you do that? There are several ways of doing that. I mean, it doesn't matter the amount of money that you're contributing, it doesn't matter how much you're contributing, or the NCC to reach out to you, the GFF or the ministry, so long as there is something that you think you can do, to ensure that the Scorpions of the Gambia go to the ministry, the Sport Council, AfriCell as well. Even the Vista Bank, they can. This is something that is for all of us. So we want to call on everybody to come on board and help us achieve this dream.
Very good. We know that the campaign is on. I mean, some time ago last week, Saturday when we were here, Modu S, spoke about the politicians, and of course we want to do sports politics now, Kawa, if you don't mind, because it's important. We hope we are within our little limits to talk about what it is that we expect of us who came and donated a cool $20,000, $1 million is to this cause, and we know that he has so many people out there. Belongs to all of us.
Definitely, Musa. I mean, being the president and the patron of the Gambia Football Federation, His Excellency was the first to donate 500,000 during the inauguration of the NCC. But then this last time, I am sure after this, he might even, give a bit more. And it was good that Modu S challenged some of these politicians, send in a little token or whatever amount they want to bring in to say this is our contribution. At least your followers would also emulate same. I think that's
now perhaps one of the things they would be talking about is we're urging all the followers, all our people right now, just to get up and donate. That would make a huge difference. I mean,
at our first meeting of the NCC, or maybe at State House, yes, when His Excellency made a pledge.
I think that's
I long guy mentioned here some days ago. I also want to use this platform again on behalf of the National Coordinating Committee of our Road to Afcon 2021 Cameroon to invite all the political leaders, being politicians of money as they could, let them in any of their forthcoming on a rally now, let them whisper into the ears of their political leader
donate.
Let the political leader, whoever he might be, so when he takes the podium to deliver his speech this evening, to announce to this audience or his militants, and some should be in Bakau, maybe some other places, by somebody from the crowd to take the heart around in that rally ground and see. And in the subsequent meetings also, before campaign closes on Thursday, I think really we want to see there's going to be a challenge that really of the voter population. Mr. X, who is vying the manifestos, a very encouraging, very an opportunity that they can challenge and this how they can entice others.
I mean these politicians, so that at least they talk about the NCC and what we
the order, mention Gambia's qualification effort, and then have made promises to the youth of this country that we have this for you, and this for that matter. Any way that we can communicate with them, I'm sure they will appreciate it. And that's
the rally is happening around the combos because they're all coming down right now. You are one of us, we are one of you, and this is something that belongs to all of us. Please think about how you can motivate, convince, and inspire your followers to be part of it. But Marcel will tell you how do we intend to spend that money on the Gambian public and populace who we are vying to at least accompany us.
He who loves the youth does more than talk about them. This is an opportunity to do more than really. We expect them to do well. They need to be motivated, they need to be encouraged. So we want to call on everybody to seize this opportunity. Like I said earlier on, people all the way to Cameroon pay for their flight, pay for their accommodation, pay for their feeding. Of course, now we have become used to chartering the flight. There are bonuses as well, camping allowances as well, the presidents. So basically, these are some of the things really that the monies will go into. And like we keep saying,
as important as Marcel said in here. Do we have to? The public has to understand and accept the fact that This is our maiden appearance in a tournament of this magnitude. That is why the budget we are talking about, at least
Cameroon as well, to go on a fact finding, to establish some of the facts on the ground in terms of hotel, feeding and the like. And we were able to do, that and come up with these.
Double or even triple.
Quadruple what we
$2.5 million, $2 more.
So for me, I think most of these, even these corporate bodies that we visit, because we've been part of the team that has been going around since the past week, including yourself, Edie. We've been going around most of these institutions trying to. The President made mention of the fact that we're also looking for corporate partners. There's partnership packages. We have a platinum, we have the gold, silver, bronze, and all. But then going to be part of history.
Your recognition awaits
Exactly.
you.
You're going to be part of history, and what all other countries would do, you see one national team traveling and they have like 30 or 40 people tend to come in late. When the Gambia would have played for 1 or 2 matches and then they qualified, then people will call you and say, Damabuga cut us from plan A. The reason why we came up with plan A is because we know it would work.
And it can
117 million is something that we can achieve. If Africell comes with 8, how many institutions do we have that could come with that same amount? Or even more? And this is not coming to the NCC. It's going to the preparation. Marcel made mention of the fact that now we charter flights. We're trying to take 300 people to Cameroon, and they're all going to be their accommodation, their feeding. I've had people calling me to say, how do I become part of that team? I said, we have not even raised the monies yet. Other countries, what they would do, they will give huge amounts of monies to their players. We want to get to that stage. We are not as financially buoyant as complement those efforts by getting all of these monies to put into it so that we can get these monies. It is possible. Once we put our efforts into it, we can achieve the money together. That's why the name Scorpion. We're small, but equally we can sting. So if we get the amounts of money we need, we can.
We're all here following what's happening. As I said, I'm going to repeat this thing again. If you are following and if you are with us, just call or send an SMS coming your way. It is one of the ways, the easiest and simplest of ways. When we come back, we will tell you the planned fundraisers ahead of us and the number of days that remains and all we intend to do. Don't go away.
Are you bracing up for the Gambia's maiden Afcon appearance? Then join us on this football event. We will bring you all the build-up and actions to Cameroon with in-depth analysis and debate. Afcon airs every Monday only on GRTS at 9 p.m. Be part of it and together, let's make the Gambia's first Afcon a memorable experience. Are you bracing up for the Gambia's maiden Afcon appearance? Then historic debut in Africa's showpiece football event. We all preparations for the Gambia's maiden participation in the Nations Cup. Road to Afcon airs every Monday only on GRTS Martin. Will be a sponsor, and together, let's make the Gambia's first Afcon a memorable experience.
In a very strongly believe that it is something that we can deliver. We spoke about the bank account that's been opened supporting the national team. It's all open to you, and we will be taking calls later. Whether you're a Mandinka or a Wolof, we are all here. We're going to speak to you the platforms in which you can go in and be a supporter and donate generously. Be send maiden appearance or soon maiden appearance, because it is about us, you and me. Suñ doomi suñ jarbaati the Scorpions pour ñu mëna am li nga xamne moy a very respectable performance ñi andal fini di ay nombre tanka yo xamne li Sadibou Kamaso bokk ci NCC bi ñuy waxtane li nga xamne Sadibou ci gatal rek lan lañ mëna wax ni ñi nga xamne ñoo sétane anda ñun ci jamono ji ni jampay ci li nga xamne lool lañ nganka ci jamono ji
comme li ñu fi ñom ci affaire yi Afcon fundraising campaign bi nekk ni pour raise 170 lena host fofu nonu ci hotel bu ñoo deka lu ñoo leka sen bonus yi sen training allowance yi ak
logistics
ci la bokka waaw ci 117 million wa 117 million bi comme niñ ko waxé bu gëna ñoo yobu national team bi ak fans yi tamit bu gëna yobu 3 force participation waye ñewuñ fi rek pour sétane dañ ñew pour liggéey lolo tax nak fan yi tamit ñun tam ñu ngi wor di dem ci different places yi pour topani ñi pour len laaj ndax ñom tam ñu jéma dugal sen contribution si li ñu na liñ la jox in return mun nañ laa advertisal pour yóbbu sa tur fu nekk so si gàttal rek loolu la suñ tànk tey fii mooy ne pour wax ak Gambian population bi
nañoo wax gaañi naka ngaa mën a amin yokkee si li nga xam ne loolu lañ am parce que am nañu jox ba pare
waaw fu mu nekk nii Africell ñoo ñu jox 8 millions président keroog Alaaji Modou Diouf tamit si programme TV bi call na joxe 2000 hopefully tey balaa ñoo jógee fii nii
am ko koolaat joxe
waaw fan yéeli yu bëri ay ñoom Jah Oil yëpp dem nañ seen place yi di leen won ne bind nañ leeta te ñu ngi leen a ñëw di toppa dañ ñëw pour seet foo leen tollu ndax leeta bi gis ngeen ko ak lan ngeen ñu mën a dimbale pour team bi mën a dem foofu noonu am participation li ñu def nag mooy ne account boo xam ne boobu lañ ubbi bu nekk Trust Bank képp koo xam ne bugg ngaa joxe dara mun ngaa dem Trust Bank nga ne leen ne NCC account bi laa bugg a dugal dara
any Trust Bank
si réew mi waaw nga ne leen NCC laa bugg a dugalal dara pour Afcon fundraising campaign bi dinañ la jox account number bi nga dugal mun ngaa ñëw National Sports Council ñu jox la receipt because loolu dafa dem in the annals of history ne yow contributor nga mun nga koo dëj li ngeen def nii apprécier nañ ko te dinañ ko yóbbu si kanam soo mënutee dem foofu nag mun ngaa use AfriMoney demal si any Africell branch or any Africell kiosk nga ne leen ne si dara si compte NCC bi pour ëllëg si biir yow tamit because dañ créé dan account am nangam bii lañ spend soo mënutee loolu tamit mun ngaa call 2888 wala nga text
screen bi
2888 Africell wala mun ngaa dem National Sports Council system coordinating committee bi ñoom tamit dinañ la jox receipt keroog am na bu ñu fi nekkoon nag am na ko doon wax ne ñoom ñu ngi si dex bi yooyu tamit am na ay Trust Bank soo demee si yeneen banques yi sax xam naa soo leen waxee ñoom dinañ la mun a transfert xaalis bi ne leen ne dama bëgg a dugal lii si NCC account bi ci Trust Bank banque boobu xam naa ne dinañ la si mun a dimbali te ñu ngi wax ñeneen ñoo xam ne dugal nañ ñu ngi leen a wax jërëjëf am na ñoo xam ne tamit promise nañ ñu ngi follow up ñu ngi ñaan rek yàlla yombalal leen ko ndax ñoom tamit ñu mun ñoo jox liñ leen di toppee
very good Marcel si gàttal rek bala maa indi président si nem gën a gaawee rek am pour gën a mun a joxe ndax mun nañoo wax ñi nga xam ne ñoo ñoo seetaan fi mu ne nii li ñoo ut fu ñu ko war a dugal woo fu ñu ko bëgg a dugal
waaw laajte boobu li am solo la ndax soo ko seetloo soo nee 17 millions nu ko Sadio waxee si gannaaw suñ loxo jotut gannaaw am na yenn yoo xam ne tey soo ko laajee doo ko mun a am waaye am na loo xam ne tam suñ ko amutee xëy na nuñ bëgg a compéter Cameroun suñ demee dafa jafe ak ñun moo tax ñu defar budget boo xam ne am na lu bari luñ si wàññi waaye 17 millions bi moom yàlla def mënuñ si woon a wàññi dara defe na waaw xaalis gi nag comme noo ko laajee dinañ ko jël parce que bëgg na ñoo yóbbu ay nit Cameroun lu dem ba tollu si 300 nit ñooñu pour génne leen fii fay seen ticket yóbbu leen final xaalis bii nii mooy fayal gaay ba ñu àgg foofu noonu xëy na sax su mutut xëy na nañ jéem a lijjanti naka la ñoo mutalee players yi itam miin nañ di caatal gaay flight léegi di dem si airport bi di dugal gaay mbaa di jëndal gaay ay ticket nii ñun de am waaw moo tax nag léegi charter flight lañ dee def te boobu sax moo si gën a seer waaye nag moo gën a comfortable te am na rek foo xam ne nit comme ni ko gars yi dee waxee rek dafa weesu mbote am nañ yaakaar suñ place yi weesu nañ foofu léegi nag si charter flight lañ toll te boobu gën a seer waaye nag foog ñu def ko dem na ñëw na xaalis gi daal si lii lañ ko dugal lii lu seer la jërëjëf
very good ma indi presse si ni mu gën a gaawee rek balaa ñoo daaneel kaddu yi parce que time is very much against us pour suñ mbokki soosey nga xam ne ñoo ñu déglu kaba comme mba fo ñambe be ngomin totem bi is all about pour kaji be banko molbe dawda be min be kerim pour fana be dakela je nyaay fana se makoro keno nya munete la kumoti be min karafa la moy la wala min be jibe kanyen tembo
musa be moment da kuma da bakene ngalon be jamal kata je ko wala andu kabrin qualified cardanta commando diamo jamala ke ko ñi muf dam fu ñu ci abar na independence sa ka sanyi tangoro lo bayndi
na man suto
ka dam fola da to ñi banko kan ka organize sonam ka sanyi taworo la ma fon le bayndi ni do ñol be dun taje folo la o be tara je kilim fula sabandi menu tambira non kunu ka dam fula lo ñaton ko le kato kele
okay
damento fo ngam pare akam andu ko man ni ko ni ñaaji o man sey ka kumbo da junale antol ñaaji o man sia ba na soto fam manka ko dolu wala na am manke kam da ko tol be dum de be tema ko nanka yalto je banku dolu kam men miran tol mo han wo tema man fa wala na tema ko nanka yala dro wala be be ñing pare o menna kadi nol dida ke to poto kaje ko dali bambang ni tara je du ko ka nyama ko jama la ngoti andu ka kulintira faranda ka luas ka kadam fulal samba dawda ñose am fen fen kabri ñobar no kadam fole fen fen hani ñobar on la biro na dal lo ko no fa aya ko ma jiba ala dara mutala le sia wala ka fanan bamba adu banko dinu fanan se fanje ko fanan be ko kono e kana kide Cameroun nintara o fe bem da pansot ye kulintela ta so yañ be dana karekina wala mu fana nga furanga ko final ota ko ning ko koyna wala mu na xamol bitaje ni njong la be ben dajal nun sa kenol yo o be mu dapansen man ka sembor man sakunda danay dabula je banku ko lem fana ngam fang sase ka dunje wodo nga bunda le banku dingo mo be dawda se fendu ndino en ko kono wodo je ba ke dañu ñaadi le mo account o fele atande screen auto bank account be trust bank Africell 2888 ni ko commandi handal suru sa ke no fana ne ko do dundi asifa siara ba ma konte dawmbal bare be men ke be challenge ru warama ba mo menti say men yan ko be banku ñino la bi na politicien be filo ko andu yu gam be ka kuma kilimo la fola gambe fani ko ba nyaaji be ko carte faylal jang ninke mo tawrol lulo be fani ko o fani ko la ko buma nya bata mbal sasela nyina ko momo be ngona dawda biya announce la meeting la ko lefta na parti war na ka fo molu anga kafu nyuma bi aka fo be femboni ya kekti ko kono de bari avec la dawda be futala je mba katala ngatambe podium o nyaat mobe diamo la mba fo alilo mobe 2888 commandi sai Musa o sekeno le fana meeting o be keno dawda sama ni ngala sonda o be kala so keno fana sa pano fana da waranga sound down ta meeting da do thank you very much. This is the beauty of why we're here today. We're talking to ourselves, our people out there. Road to Cameroon as a teaser to tell you how you can be part of and support the national team's journey to Cameroon. Until we come your way from the entire team here from the NCC, have a peaceful night.
For the Gambia's maiden AFCON appearance, then join us on the road to Cameroon. A special show that will whet your appetite for the Scorpions' historic debut with in-depth analysis and debates on key issues. Looking at all preparations for the Gambia's maiden participation in the Nations Cup.